What's good, YouTube? If you don't know, now you know. It's your boy J-Jus, and I'm back again with another banging video, guys. Now, if you guys haven't tuned into my last video, please make sure to go do that. You know what I'm saying? I dropped some dope information on the dope release that's coming out. You guys don't want to miss out. Make sure to go like that video. You guys don't want to miss out. But as you can tell by the title, today, guys, we are going to be talking about a sneaker that is a classic, and I'm going to be giving you an update on none other than the OG High BRED 1 patent leathers. Now, guys, this sneaker has gotten a lot of hype, you know what I'm saying? But before we get into all that, guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, turn your post notifications on so you do get notified when your boy drop a new video. Also, guys, don't forget to leave a comment down below letting me know you subscribe to the channel, and I will try my hardest to reply to you guys also. But guys, with that being said, without further ado, let's get into the video. So guys, as you guys might have heard, we have the OG High patent leather BRED 1s. Now, the news with this sneaker, guys, is that this sneaker is supposed to be releasing on December 30th. Now, with information being leaked like that, you know what I'm saying? You know, you kind of got to, go with certain sources, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying this information is true, you know what I'm saying? And, shout out to Z Sneakerheads, you know what I'm saying? For this information. But I'm not saying this information is true, but, this is looking like a potential, But, guys, the OG High patent leather BRED 1s are supposed to release in next month on the 23rd of October for a retail price of $170, guys. Now, the thing about this sneaker, guys, is this sneaker is receiving a lot of hype. This sneaker is receiving a lot of, just a lot of critiques because this is a classic now. Like I always say, when a classic sneaker comes out, you know what I'm saying? And especially when it's a hype release, a lot of people are going to go crazy over the sneaker, you know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, guys, since the sneaker is, even if it is true, if the sneaker is to be pushed back to December 30th, you know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that they do keep the sneaker at its date, October 23rd. But, you know what I'm saying? Like I mentioned in my previous videos, guys, Nike has been delayed with a bunch of releases, you know what I'm saying? Like we've had releases like the White Oreos, which were supposed to release on May 28th, but those wound up releasing July 3rd. We've had releases like the Obsidian 13s, which were supposed to release in August 19th, but those actually released on September 18th, you know what I'm saying, in a few days. So, Nike has been having a bunch of delays, and, like I've mentioned, guys, it has a lot to do with, just production-wise, Now, with the sneaker being released in October, you know what I'm saying, that'll give everybody, the great satisfaction as to, yeah, we got the sneaker, you know what I'm saying? It's a dope release. So obviously the sneaker's not gonna sit, the sneaker's gonna sell, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a classic, you know what I'm saying? And resale value is just gonna blow on this sneaker, you know what I'm saying? Like bottles, this sneaker's gonna get, I feel like, me personally, I feel like this sneaker's gonna get botted out, you know what I'm saying? Like there's just a bunch of hype and, just a bunch of things about the sneaker to where the sneaker's just gonna get botted out, you know what I'm saying? But hopefully it doesn't do that. Now, with this sneaker, guys, if this is to be true, if this sneaker does releases on December 30th, one thing I can say, guys, is that will be a two-way ticket for us, because we also have on December 11th, we have the Air Jordan 11 Cool Grades dropping. You know what I'm saying? Cool Grades is, obviously, if you guys watch my videos, you know that the Cool Grades is one of my favorite Jordans of all time. It's actually my favorite Jordan out of all Jordans, you know what I'm saying? So if that release was to get pushed back, that would kind of have me in the drought and upset a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because, one thing about it is Nike has, since Nike's been, having, just a bunch of backups in the past, you know what I'm saying, and delays, Nike will be 2 months delayed in advance, you know what I'm saying, from the release with the, you know, patent leathers, which is supposed to release in October, you know what I'm saying? So they'll be 2 months late in advance, you know what I'm saying? 11s were to be backed up, then it'll kind of be, you know, like a headache, because a lot of stores would be receiving their pairs late, you know, a lot of retail stores, and, you know, a lot of people would be, you know, there would be a lot of complaints, a lot of voices would be heard. So, you know, it'll be a drastic cause, you know what I'm saying? But then again, we have to look at it as that will be a two-way ticket, because we will have 2 dope releases releasing in December. We'll have the patent leathers, you know what I'm saying? Then we'll have the cool grays as a Christmas gift right under the tree, you know what I'm saying? So let me know what, spam down in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, hopefully it doesn't. A lot of stock pairs out of all Jordans is because Nike did something smart, you know what I'm saying? Nike actually kept pairs for themselves, you know what I'm saying? Rather than, you know, shipping out a bunch of pairs, you know what I'm saying? Nike actually kept some pairs for itself, which I will say is a good thing, because it is actually giving a lot of people a chance to actually win on sneakers, you know what I'm saying? For most people who have taken L's on, you know, sneakers app or, you know, flex app, whatever, it is giving people a chance to win on a sneaker, you know what I'm saying? So I will say that that is something dope that Nike is doing, you know what I'm saying? Also, your turn is called or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You then have a chance to check out, you know what I'm saying, for that sneaker, meaning, you know, you have your release, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of people have voted on a line, you know what I'm saying, because we've had draws in the past where, you know, for the LeBron 8 South Beaches, you know what I'm saying, those had a 90-minute draw, you know what I'm saying? Now, one thing I was kind of confused about, guys, was Travis Scott's didn't even have a 30-minute draw, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, you know, everybody went crazy, you know, but that's a sneaker that everybody, you know, most people are not gonna want to wear, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know, and this is a disclaimer, you know, I'm entitled to my opinion. This is not to, you know, have anybody else, you know, think any other type of way. But, you know, me personally, I just, you know, wouldn't see myself, you know, rocking a pair of LeBron 8 South Beaches, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've had a pair before, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't really wear them as much, you know, I'm gonna keep it a buck, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like, you know, the Travis Scott's thing get a 90-minute draw, you know what I'm saying? The highs nor the lows, exact, you know what I'm saying? A 90-minute draw. And it's just like, you know, yeah, you do that for a sneaker that, you know, most people are not going to wear, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, and also, guys, the Air Jordan 1 Pollens are restocking tomorrow, guys, on the Flex app. I'm not too sure about the sneakers app, guys, so make sure to put your entries in, guys. Excuse me. Make sure to put your entries in, guys, because the Flex app is only taking entries until 4 o'clock tomorrow, where they will be releasing and letting people know if you won a pair or not. The Pine Greens will no longer be releasing on November 13th, guys. The date got pushed up to October 30th, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like a great, you know, Halloween gift, you know what I'm saying? The day before Halloween. So, you know, that's kind of a good thing, you know what I'm saying? At least for me, because I love my threes, you know what I'm saying? And I just felt like, you know, wait until November was just, you know, I was hoping that they would push the date a little, you know, over, maybe to like October 18th, 19th, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we still got it around the October range. So for those of you who are looking for the Air Jordan 3 Pine Greens, they're releasing October 30th for $170, guys. You don't want to miss out. Dope release, you know what I'm saying? You have the, you know, Cool Grays, which are still releasing around December, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully they still keep them around December, guys. I don't see Nike backing up any Cool Grays, and the reason I say that, guys, is because this is a 1 meal ticket for everybody. Everybody knows that Nike comes out with that one sneaker around January that hits the market. There's always that one sneaker every year that rounds up the year, you know what I'm saying? And this year, guys, they are doing it with the Air Jordan 11 Cool Grays, my favorite Jordan of all time, you know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that they do not push, you know, this sneaker back, you know what I'm saying? But I highly doubt it, you know what I'm saying? you know. But we did, I'm not gonna lie, we have a bunch of releases that are coming out, you know what I'm saying? We have the Monier ones that are coming out, you know what I'm saying? We have the Marina Blues that are coming out. One thing I can say about the Marina Blues is that sneaker is dope. That is probably one of the dopest ones to ever come out, you know what I'm saying? Besides the Pollens, you know what I'm saying? And other releases that we've started off the year with, you know what I'm saying? That is a dope release to start off the year with. Only thing I was, you know, the Marina Blues released on January 15th for a retail price of $170. So I was so looking forward to those. But then again, you know what I'm saying? Who knows, your boy could get an early release on those, you know what I'm saying? And I definitely will give you guys an early in-hand review on those, you know what I'm saying? But we've had a bunch of dope ones that have released in the past. We've had a bunch of dope ones that released this year, you know what I'm saying? We've had, you know, mid-racer black and blue. You know what I'm saying? We've had the Hyper Royals, you know what I'm saying? We've had the metallic oranges. And actually, the metallic oranges, which are right here, you know what I'm saying? This is actually my wife's pair. The metallic orange, guys. I'm not here to complain. I'm not here to have you guys talk bad on the sneaker. You know, this is a disclaimer, you know what I'm saying? This is just my opinion. I don't want you guys to look at, you know, this as, oh, you know, yeah, whatever he says about the shoe is, no, you know what I'm saying? This is just my opinion. One thing I can say about this sneaker, guys, is that I wasn't a fan of it, you know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, when, you know, wifey gets sneakers, you know, I'm not going to be a fan of every sneaker. But, you know, wifey has got some releases that I haven't got, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'm still looking for those on the market, you know what I'm saying? But, guys, one thing I can say is these was not a release that I was looking to get. And the reason why, guys, is because if you guys can see the front of the sneaker, guys, this sneaker, when she first tried it on, and if you look at it in the light, guys, it kind of like felt like if you step outside in the sun, you would see like a, you know, it'll shine, you know, and it gave like that glossy look, you know, like that glossy girly look, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't really feeling it, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of other ones, you know, I'm not feeling, you know what I'm saying? They just wasn't in, you know, just waterproof, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just wasn't, you know, feeling them that much, you know what I'm saying? Also, guys, still to this day, one of my favorite sneakers, Air Jordan 7 Flints. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually glad they came out with these, guys. I had to show these on camera because this is one of my favorite sneakers. And they are coming out with the Air Jordan 6 Bordeaux, you know what I'm saying? And that is a rendition to the classic Air Jordan 7 Bordeaux, you know what I'm saying? And just now mentioning the Air Jordan 7 Bordeaux, it made me think about, you know, my Flints, or, you know, my Flints was probably one of the best sneakers I have copped this year, you know what I'm saying? And being that this is a 15-year shoe, guys, you guys don't want to miss out. If you guys haven't, go tune into my video on the Air Jordan 7 Flints, you know what I'm saying? I will put the link down in the description below, you know what I'm saying? But, guys, that's all for today. Subscribe to the video, guys. As I always say, guys, you got your update. You got your boy J-Jus. You got the channel, guys. Stay positive, stay blessed. And just like that, we out.